Boston, Massachusetts. I hope you all found a place to park your car here today because it's wicked hot here, isn't it? But anyway, I'm just curious, anybody in this room ever been poor before? Yeah, it's probably all of us. I gotta tell you something, guys. It wasn't that long ago that there was nobody in this room that was suffering financially more than me. I used to say, everybody I know I owe. At the age of 50 years old, and this was 15 years ago, everything that could go wrong in my life went wrong at the same time. And I found myself living in a room. The size of the room that I lived in was a lot smaller than the room we're in right now. And it was so funny because people would ask me all the time, how are things going? And I'd say, well, this is interesting. It's great. It's great. I have 2 sons, and my sons lived with me, and many of you with kids will, understand this. My sons were 16 and 14 at the time. My sons would not sleep in the same bed as each other. My sons would not sleep in a bed with me. In this little room that we called home, I was forced to put 3 beds. People would ask me, how's it going? I'd say I live in a 3-bed room. I got involved in this industry, and in a very short period of time, I was financially secure. My oldest son graduated from the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, all expenses paid for by his dad, no scholarships, nothing. My youngest son, when he was a junior in college, told me he was the only one of his friends that had no scholarships, no student loans paid for by me. And if it wasn't for this industry, it never would have happened. Interestingly enough, they had a study on these insurance charts. Interesting, by the age of 65 years old, 95% of the people are either dead or dead broke. 4% are living okay, they're self-sufficient. 1% has created wealth. 1. And as we look at how the wealth is created, you don't see 85% of the wealth is created by people that don't own business. I mean, yeah, you could be a professional athlete and make money, you could be a rock star and make money, but maybe that's not in the cards for you. You gotta own your own business. There's a challenge with owning your own business. And the challenge is that it takes a lot of money to get started. Sometimes you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars. You work as hard as you can for over 2 years just to try to break even. The business model I'm going to share with you tonight, it doesn't take hundreds of thousands to get started. You can get started for a few $100, $300, $500. You can't even get started for over 1,000. But instead of having to go for years and years to break even, I can show you how to show profit within your first 2 weeks. The business model I'm referring to, we're not the first ones to use it. It started over 50 years ago with a company called Amway. And I can assure you right now that if you look at an Amway and you say, oh, network marketing, oh my God, this is a terrible thing. I promise you this. Every one of you in this room, you do network marketing every day. I do network marketing every day. You know what the difference is? I get paid a fortune to do what you do for free. For example, a friend of mine said today, hey, let's eat lunch. And we're going to go to eat lunch. You like Italian food? You like pizza? Yes, I love pizza. It's a great pizza place. It's called Goodfellas. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Okay? So we went to Goodfellas. Now, when we went there and I paid that bill, the owner of Goodfellas did not send her a check. Now, I'm going to share with you. You guys got to eat at Goodfellas. It's unbelievable. The pizza is great. The meatballs, as they say right now from Boston, forget about it. That's how good they are. Now, when you guys go there, and you will, you know what? The owner of that company is not going to send me a check. See, that's network marketing. You find a product or group of products that you like, and then you proceed to tell everybody. I've been in this industry a long time. My story is different than most people's. I've only been with 4 companies. In 3 of the companies, I made over $65,000 a month. My last company, I made $3 million in 4 years. But this is what I waited for my whole life. I've never had so much to work with. When I am assessing a network marketing company, there are 5 key factors that need to be in place for you to have that no-brainer. You need products, sizzle products, that are consumed by millions of people on a daily basis that don't take a lot of explaining. You need a company that is at least 5 years old, so you don't have a risk of going out of business. You need a compelling timing story and a compensation structure that allows you to work from home, get involved for $1,000 or less, with the ability to make it all back within a couple of weeks. Our sizzle product is hot. It is the hottest sizzle product I've ever seen. It's a coffee product. Guys, I gotta tell you something. I'm from Boston. It's cold in Boston. You know what? I've never been a coffee drinker. not before. Now, people say, well, wait a minute, your product is coffee, you're in a coffee business, why would you do that? You guys ever hear of a place called McDonald's? You ever hear of a guy called Ray Kroc? Do you really think that Ray Kroc used to eat at McDonald's every day? I'll let you in on a secret. Ray Kroc was a vegetarian. He did not eat at McDonald's. Philip Morris never smoked a cigarette, but they understood the enormous markets for those products. And coffee? Do you know anybody that drinks coffee? Let's think about that. Maybe you drink coffee. Do you know that 4 out of 5 people in the United States drink coffee on a daily basis? So how are we different? Number one, the coffee bean itself, and by the way, everything I say you can go look up on the internet. The coffee bean starts out as very healthy. Go to the Huffington Post, the 11 benefits of coffee. You know what they say? Coffee bean is great until such time as you grind up the bean to make coffee. Because what happens when you grind the bean? Air gets in. What happens when air gets in? It oxidizes. It goes from healthy to rancid in 1 hour. Go to Starbucks and you see they change out their coffee every hour because they get it. It gets rancid quick. Ever meet somebody that drinks a lot of coffee and they have coffee breath? With our product, that will never, ever happen. It's not an instant coffee. This is a fresh brewed coffee that just so happens to be delivered instantly. Looks like a can of woman's hair mousse. You take hot water or ice water, if you like iced coffee, squirt it in, and immediately, without stirring it, you know what you've got? Organic, kosher, fresh brewed, non-GMO coffee at 70 cents a serving. When was the last time you went to Starbucks and they paid you? When was the last time you referred Starbucks to somebody and they paid you? I want you to think about how big this is. Now, to make it even healthier, we added something called Ganoderma mushroom extract. And go look it up on the web. You're going to see over 100 health benefits for Ganoderma mushroom extract. But you know what else we did? We made it a weight loss coffee. Has there anybody in this room ever been on a diet before? Yeah, the rest of you are probably lying. You know, how many of you consider yourselves professional dieters? You're dieting all the time, right? How many of you only weigh yourselves naked? Because you want to make sure that every ounce is accounted for. Well, people, right now, you've got 2 out of 3 people in the United States that are overweight or obese. 50 million people on a diet as we speak, 95% can't lose weight and keep it off. You know why? Everybody does something unnatural to lose weight. They go on these crazy diets that they can't continue and sustain. Well, with us, you just drink a couple cups of coffee a day. It's that simple. We also have a protein shake that you can drink as well. Why do people lose weight? We scoured the health food stores. We scoured the supermarkets. You know what we saw? The top 3 ingredients for weight loss right now are raspberry ketones, Garcinia cambogia, green coffee bean extract. They're all in coffee. I was recently in Miami, Florida. We had 65 people in the room. And I just asked the question, is there anybody in this room that's lost any weight on these products? 45 people raised their hands. I said, I just want you to stand up for a minute. When I point to you, give me a number and sit down. 19 pounds, 17 pounds, 35 pounds, 6 pounds, 3 dress sizes, 2 suit sizes. And I asked the question, is there anybody that doesn't think people can lose weight with coffee? Okay. Do you know anybody that needs to lose weight? Do you know anybody that drinks coffee? You start to see how enormous this opportunity is. We have another sizzle product as well. Do you know anybody that uses energy drinks? Hey, listen, if you've got kids, nieces, nephews, my guess is you know people who use energy drinks. What's been the problem with energy drinks forever? They're unhealthy. They are loaded with sugar. So what do? We developed the world's first ever food-based, all-natural, healthy coffee. There is no added sugar. We sweeten it using stevia. There are many, many beneficial ingredients. One of them, blue-green algae. Any of you that like to eat chocolate because it puts you in a good mood? Well, guess what? You don't have to do that anymore because blue-green algae has the same exact properties as chocolate. People get on this product, they never ever stop. Green tea extract. Over 100 health benefits. You know what one of them is? Fat oxidation. Now, for me, you don't always hear what you want to hear. You are going to hear the truth. When you have a fat cell, that fat cell is never, ever going away without surgery. A fat cell, you can shrink the fat cell. That is what green tea extract is. Well, we caught a real break with our next ingredient, taurine. There's a magazine out called Life Extension. Taurine and its relationship to brain cells. Taurine is the first ingredient in Zilla. The other thing that's cool, there's no crash, no jitters. It works in minutes, lasts for hours, and for the first time in the history of network marketing, the price of the product is a big part of our story. We bring it to market at 38 cents a serving. It is the only Only energy drink that I know of that is certified by the Banned Substance Control Group. We've got a growing number of Olympic athletes that endorse our product. They're all over YouTube. Don't take my word for it. The guy on your left, that's Justin Gatlin. 9 years ago, he won the 100 meters for the United States. And the gold medal in the Olympics. So he races again 8 years later. He's 30 years old. He runs a faster time at 30 than he did at 22. Now he's all over YouTube saying that we're the reason. He didn't win that race. He lost to a phenom named Bolt. He's now raced Bolt a half a dozen times since then and beat him 4. Can you imagine if we can take an Olympic, a world-class athlete? Now remember, Olympic athletes are a little bit different. Do you really think that Peyton Manning eats at Papa John's all the time? Professional athletes get paid to endorse a product. However, in our company, you can't pay an Olympic athlete. And at 38 cents a serving, so even if you're an animal like Wes in the back, and instead of drinking 1 serving at a time, you drink 4, that's still less than every one of the top selling energy drinks in the world today. We still have the products that made us famous. This is how we started, liquid nutritional supplements. Let me explain what happened. Our company opened up in 2007. And we looked at every network marketing company that opened in a 10-year period from 1997 to 2007. And you know what we saw? Thousands open. 3, and only 3, had broken 500 million a year in sales. All 3 had one thing in common. There was a company called Hishinoni International. You know what they sold? A liquid nutritional supplement using one superfood, the noni fruit. Then along came a company called Zango. You know what they sold? A nutritional supplement using one superfood, mangosteen fruit. Then along came a company called Monavi. You know what they sold? Liquid nutritional supplement using one superfood, acai. You know what we did? We decided to use common sense. We created the next generation of these liquid nutritional supplements. The first company in the world to combine all 3 of those into one product. But then what we did, we took 4 more superfoods. Each one was a standalone product of a network marketing company. And in a stroke of what health professionals are now telling me was absolute brilliance, instead of using concentrates, which was everybody else in the world uses, we used extracts, which is where the nutrients are. We got the only liquid nutritional supplement in the world. Those 7 superfoods, no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no sodium benzoate as a preservative. This is our first product. It's called Classic. Well, this was our next product. Again, a liquid nutritional supplement. We took the same basic formula for the Classic, but we added adaptogens. Adaptogens are for stress. Do you know anybody that has any stress? Physical stress or mental stress? Well, that product is the reason that we had all our products certified by the Banned Substance Control Group, but this was our 3rd product, and it's called 7 Focus. We took the same basic formula for the Classic 7, but this time no adaptogens. Instead, we added something called Yamabushitaki mushrooms. Yamabushitaki mushroom is for memory enhancement. I know it works. I no longer have to look at the screen to pronounce Yamabushitaki mushrooms. We added periwinkle. Periwinkle is a vasodilator. What that means, whatever you're consuming with periwinkle, medication or anything, it gets right into the bloodstream quicker and more effectively. And then we added something called a dobudami. I researched dobudami. I went on the internet. You know what I saw? Dobudami literally means in Japanese poison removal. They refer to it as the 10 cures. And at anywhere from $1.10 a day to $1.30 a day for your health, you think it's worth it? I travel the world, and I've got one of my friends. Her daughter's been on high blood pressure medication her entire adult life. 6 weeks on a product, her blood pressure was normal, no more drugs. My friend George Beck in Waltham, Massachusetts, is diabetic, who lowers insulin levels by 50% in 1 week because his blood sugar got normal. I got a friend named Jeff Mead. He was suffering with something I never even heard of called fibromyalgia. It suffered for 12 years, gets on our product, and within 8 weeks, it's gone. Myself, I'm 65 years old. I've been in the gym lifting weights now for 36 years. 36 years ago, people saw you lifted weights. What do you think they wanted to know? How much can you bench press? And we were out there doing heavy 1-rep max singles. And you know what? Never did it build our chest. You know what it did do? Killed the shoulders. I suffered for 15 years. I tried every legal supplement on the market to help it. Chondroitin, glucosamine, nothing. 3 weeks on the product, the pain was gone. At 65 years old, I am physically the strongest I've ever been in my life. I've got more energy than I've ever had in my life. And the only thing that has changed is this group of products. And my feeling is this: you try these products for 30 days. If you don't like them, you get all your money back. But when you do like them, you're going to do what comes natural. You're going to tell people about them, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to get paid to do what you've done for free your whole life. W. Clement Stone, famous billionaire, he said, when you can take products that people need and use, and you can make those products better, which we've done, charge less, which we're doing, you're guaranteed success, and that's just what we've got. How big are the markets for these products? Guys, it's a universal product line. You could be an old guy like me, you could be young like her. You can be male, you can be female, it doesn't matter. We've got to think about it. How many people do you know that drink coffee? How many people do you know that need to lose weight? How many people do you know that use energy drinks? How many people do you know that could use a little extra money? How many people do you know that could use a lot of extra money? All you gotta do is find a couple of them when you're on your way. What about a company? These are our corporate headquarters. We're located in West Palm Beach, Florida. When I'm assessing a business opportunity, but in particular one in this industry, first thing I want to know who are the people running the company. I got very excited. You know what I saw? 4 people with over 80 years experience between them, both from the corporate side and the distributor side. This is our CEO. His name is Don Cotton. I'm excited about Don because this man has already worked with Fortune 500 companies. This guy was an enterprise architect with Microsoft. He was a CIO over at GMAC. Our CFO, Michael Seymour, this guy has spent 11 years in a corner office in Wall Street. He was a senior vice president of Morgan Stanley. When he came here, his goal was to see that we were a debt-free company. We are today a debt-free company. And what does that mean for us in the long term? We're never backwarded. And a product, if a bill comes to his desk on Wednesday, it's paid on Friday. That's important to the long-term success. Paul Morris, our VP of Sales co-founder, this man cut his teeth in Amway. He was an Amway diamond 48 years ago. And one night, he bumped into the Cotton brothers. And he tasted the product, and the second he tasted it, he knew this is going to be the next big one in network marketing. When he came out of retirement, it wasn't to be a distributor. He put his money where his mouth is. He is now one of the owners of the company. This man on the top left, this man's our visionary founder, Rick Cotton. I'm impressed with Rick. 5 years, he spent 10 years in the mission field. 5 years prior to opening up eXfuze, our company, he started an organization called Viva Kids. Viva Kids feeds, clothes, and educates children around the world. To this day, we take 1% of the gross, right off the top, to feed these kids. We are a company with a purpose. We're not your average, everyday network marketing company. Yeah, we help you create health, wealth, time, freedom, but we help you do something good in the world and feed these children. And I'm very excited about that. You got the right company, the right products, and a huge and growing marketplace for products. What about the timing, guys? This is where our story starts to get real good. Here's what happened. In the United States, when all we had was the liquid nutritional supplements, those were the first products we had. We had a lot of customers, but we could not build a business here. Number one, the United States government doesn't want you to tell you what Fucoidan does. You can go look it up on the internet, but if you knew what Fucoidan did, you would put it into your system every day the rest of your life, and you would have people that you love. Look it up, Fucoidan, Fucoidan. You go Google that. Here's the thing. In Japan, they know all about Fucoidan, they know all about Dokudami. We took off like a rocket ship internationally. What happened was, we did so well in Japan, we became a debt-free company. That's when we decided to do something recently. Reverse launch back into the United States, creating the most powerful timing story ever in the industry of network marketing. Everybody knows whether you know a little bit about network marketing or a lot. The guy that gets in late doesn't have the same opportunity, does they? Amway is a great company. They did $14 billion in sales last year. Do you want to get into a $14 billion a year company and try to get up to $14.1 billion? Or would you rather get involved early and get that company to $100 million, $500 million, $1 billion? You might say, hey, let's get into a brand new company. No, the problem is do your research. 1 out of 1,000 network marketing companies makes it 5 years. Guys, we are a 9-year-old company, so you know what we've got? Never happened before in this industry. You got a ground floor opportunity that you need. If you're in the first 40,000 distributors, that's ground floor. We've got 2,000. You got a ground floor opportunity, but you're backed by a 9-year-old, debt-free, international rock-solid company. Put this in perspective. My first network marketing company ever was a skincare company out of Utah. The state of Texas had 75,000 distributors. I believe eXfuze is going to have 75,000 distributors in the state of Texas within the next 3 to 4 years. Right now, you don't have 10 in the state. You are sitting on an absolute gold mine in the state of Texas. And if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body and you understand anything about timing, you may not be able to sleep tonight. I want you to think about this. How would you like it when 70,000 people wake up every morning and have a cup of coffee and you make money? I had a great thing happen to me this morning. You know what happened? This morning I woke up and 35,000 people in Japan had a cup of coffee, and I made money on every one of those people. And we're going to do the same thing right here in the United States. And you are here first. Right company, right products, huge and growing marketplace for the products, timing story that nobody can argue with. So at this point, you're probably saying, man, Andy, this looks good, but what's in it for me? Depends what you're looking for. If all you're looking for is to start getting healthy tonight, get your hands on the product. The person that brought you here tonight, get you some products, use them for a month. There's no all money back guarantee. See if you like them, okay? Or you might say to yourself, wait a minute. I heard that there was this little guy from Boston, Massachusetts that makes $1 million a year. And I heard that there's a business opportunity. I would like to get me some of that. But you know what? If you're looking to supplement your income and make an extra couple hundred a week, maybe you want to replace your income, make a couple thousand a week, or maybe you want to make 10 times that, 20,000 a week. Like 5 people are doing right now in this company, 4 of them in Japan and 1 little guy in the United States. For that, you become a distributor. You sign into the business. When you sign up, there are 4 ways of making money, and that does not include the car bonus that we have. And unlike many network marketing companies that have car bonuses, it's a little more difficult to receive our car bonus, but we're the only network marketing company in the world that has a car bonus program that has never, ever had one repossessed. Ever. You look at all these other network marketing companies that get repoed. Why would you want a brand new automobile only to have a repo within 6 months? We don't have that. So what are the 4 ways of making money? The first way of making money is a customer acquisition bonus. Here's what's cool. When you get a customer, they're going to go right to your website to buy a product. You're going to make $5 to $10 for every product that they buy. And the customer ends up in your organization, which means if they want to upgrade one day to distributor, they can do that. The second way of making money is called fast cash. This enables you to enroll 4 people the way you enrolled and make all your money back. And I teach people how to do that in 2 weeks. Now I will tell you, to get started in the company, it's not free. It's an initial outlay of money. Let me tell you what it costs to get started, $59. $59, what do you get for $59? You get 3 websites. You get the eXfuze website to do your business, etc. and so on. You get the Sume Cafe website that you can send your customers to buy coffee. And you've got the Zilla website. This is $59 one time. This is not $59 a month, $59 one time. Well, the next thing I believe you're going to need is some product. And so we put together product packages. Why does a person need product? 3 reasons. The most important reason is so you'll have your story. I could not stand here in front of you today and tell you what this product did for my shoulders and what my friends did for them. I couldn't do that if I hadn't used the product. So you need product to consume. You need product so that people can sample it, because when they try this, they're blown away. You all tried the product tonight. The product was delicious. And the third reason you need product is in case somebody doesn't want to wait 4 days to get it from Florida, they can buy product right from you. And so we've got our product packages. Most people are buying the $500 package, which comes with everything. We've got a $300, a $500 with everything, and then a $1,000. I don't care if you come in with $300, $500, $1,000, makes no difference to me. Whatever it is, I'm going to help you make your money back in 2 weeks. And I'm going to teach you how to double your money in 4 weeks. You want to double $300? Do it. $500? Do it. $1,000? Do it. Whatever you want. It's all the same to me. Either way, I'm going to help you do it. So that's the second way of making money. Now it starts getting confusing on the third way of making money. It is a 2-legged compensation plan. Here's how that works. With the help of the person that brought you here and my help, we help you bring a couple of people into the business as quickly as we can, usually within the first 2 weeks. One on your left, one on your right. Keep in mind that the person that brought you in, likewise, can only build 2 legs. Inevitably, you get spillover, helping you build one of those legs. At the end of every week, the company calculates the volume of both legs. What is volume? Whether you brought them in or these people brought them in, or your upline brought them in and put them downline of you. Every time any one of these people has somebody go to their website to buy a product from them, that is volume for you. You make money. Every time any one of these people buys a product so that other people can sample it, that's volume for you. You make money. Every time any one of these people buys product to consume, that's money for you, that's volume for you. Anytime any one of these people brings people in with a product package, $300,000, $500,000, that's volume for you. You can see where it starts to add up very quickly. Well, at the end of every week, basic commission says you make 10% of your week leg. So in this instance, you got 24,000 in this leg. You got 30,000 in this leg. 10% of 24,000, 2,400. I first looked at this, I said, it looks really good, but I don't want to do it. Why don't I want to do it? Because I see a two-legged comp, and I see you can't make any money on all these people in your strong leg. I didn't think that was very fair. Guys, I've now been in this company for 8 years, 4 months, 18 days, 20 hours, and about 34 minutes. I've made approximately $7.6 million in that time. Close to $7 million has come from my power leg, where I just said you didn't make money. How can that be? It's a function of compensation. Fourth way making money is the most powerful I've ever seen in this industry. It's called direct check match. Matching bonus. And here's how that works. Everybody that you ever have enrolled in the past or will enroll at any time in your life, whether they're in your weaker leg or your power leg, whether they're up here where Nate and Joyce are, or whether they get involved 10 years from now. If you've enrolled them on your enrollment tree, they're front line to you. Every week that they get a check, whether that check is $30 or whether it's $10,000, you get a matching bonus. Here's where the big money comes. You get paid up to 8 generations of matching bonus, not levels, generations. A generation goes up to and including the first director in a leg. So if you enroll this guy, and he enrolled this guy, and he enrolled this guy, and he enrolled this guy, and this guy becomes a director, every single person between you and this guy is your first generation. We get paid 8 of these generations. In my 8 years in the company, as a result of 12 people that I introduced this to, I now have over 30,000 people in 12 countries in my first 8 generations. Last week alone, we get paid weekly. I enrolled this guy, Kaneko-san, from Japan. Kaneko-san, last week, his week leg volume was $100,000. His basic commission check was $10,000. A matching bonus on him was $1,300, just on him alone. Well, this guy went out and sponsored like 50 people, but one of them, Miyako-san. Miyako-san last week, $100,000 on his week leg in Japan. His basic commission was $10,000. My matching bonus on him alone was $1,300. He went out and sponsored 100 people. One of them, Sugimoto. Sugimoto, last week, love him. $80,000 was his week leg. $80,000. He got a check for $8,000. Basic commission home. The matching bonus was over $1,000. He enrolled Kimpara-san. Kimpara, last week, his week leg did $90,000 volume. He made $9,000. The matching bonus on him alone was over $1,100. You know what the best part about this is? What we did over the last few years in Japan, we're going to recreate right here in the United States. And you are some of the first people, not just in Texas, not just in Dallas, in the United States to hear about this. So let's bring it all back. You've got sizzle products that are consumed by millions of people on a daily basis. A company that's not 5 years old, it's 9 years old. A ground floor opportunity backed by a 9-year-old debt-free international rock-solid company. The best compensation plan I've ever seen. What could be left? Training and support. When we bring you into the business, I promise you this, I will never throw you up against the wall and hope that you stick. I will teach you the proven methodology for success. It's real simple. 29-year-old man just came into the business, just made a brand new website. And all you're going to do, you're going to contact somebody, you're going to have them watch 2 videos, and then get them on the phone with somebody like Wes, or somebody like Marcus, or somebody like me. It is that simple. And if you just text it out or talk to 2 people a day for 1 month, you are on your way using the law of averages. As far as support goes, you're in business for yourself, you're not by yourself. We have all types of websites with training. I do a Saturday morning training that you can listen to live, you can listen to on Memorex, you can listen to the recorded, they've all been recorded. So anybody can learn how to do this business. You're fortunate that you've got local leadership here. You got Wes that lives right here. You got Marcus and myself that are always going to be a phone call away. And we're going to be coming down here probably once every 4 to 8 weeks to do something like this. It's going to be really, really hot for you guys. Victor Hugo said there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. And I'm here to tell you that eXfuze's time has come, and all you have to do is ask yourselves one question. If everything you heard here tonight were true, it's all verifiable. Is there anything that will prevent you from getting started tonight? I've done a lot of reading in my time, and one of the things I love reading about, love it, is great leaders. And great leaders all seem to have that one thing in common. They're decisive, and they base their decisions on facts. I did my absolute best to give you the facts. And now, just make a decision. Maybe you just want to start by using the problems for a while. Or maybe it's a business you want to pursue and you want to let us help you build it. But if I were you guys, I wouldn't let Wes out of the room, I wouldn't let Marcus out of the room, I certainly wouldn't let me out of the room before I got every one of my questions answered. Because I am convinced that there's nothing any of us in this room can do over the next 2 years that has the ability to pay us residual income for the rest of our lives, like active, aggressive participation in this company. For those of you who are already involved, you have made the right choice. For those of you who are not, I urge you, get involved tonight. My name is Freeman. What I'd like to do now is turn it over to my more handsome, larger teammate. Let's go back to Marcus. Thank you very much.